Illinois librarians have seen how the opioid epidemic got to their doorstep. Now, the Illinois Department of Health is issuing a rule this week which will allow these libraries to receive and maintain Narcan without a prescription.
Angela's Pampa spoke with health watchers and libraries on what this means for them.
Beginning in 2026, Illinois is teaming up with libraries in an effort to fight back against opioid overdose deaths, an effort that some local libraries and our local health departments say they've been working on for years. Libraries will now be required to carry and administer opioid overdose reversal medications, most commonly known as Narcan. Some district libraries already carry it, but previously it was optional and staff was protected from liability if they administered in good. Gina Burr, library director for the Fond du Lac District Library in East Peoria, says her library has had Narcan and has trained staff on how to use it since 2018.
We're fortunate not to have had an overdose situation requiring use of naloxone in the library. Calling 911 for assistance from emergency personnel is always going to be our first step, but having life-saving tools on site like an AED and opioid antagonist provides an opportunity to act quickly if needed.
In her words, public libraries are open to all, and all are welcome to use the library when following the library's code of conduct and policies. Libraries like Fond du Lac are teaming up with Carle Health, who train organizations, businesses, and community members across central Illinois on opioid overdose prevention and nasal naloxone use. Carle Health has provided training for 22 library staff and distributed dozens of nasal Narcan kits, while Tazewell County has partnered with 13 locations. Peoria County saw 59 deaths to overdoses, while Tazewell County saw 21 overdose deaths in 2023.
We've made a coordinated effort and a proactive effort to reach out to all of the libraries in the county and offer them not only training for as far as naloxone administration, but also we have a supply of naloxone that we can supply to the libraries free of charge as well.
In East Peoria, Angela's Pampa, 25 News.